Hello and welcome to this new part of Super Danganronpa Another 2. Well, we are in a situation.
Yeah.
In a situation, I tell you. Ah, I see the bathrooms they have constructed.
Why did they do them up there? Idiots.
I guess they wanted to have them as far away from their sleeping place as possible. Though
I know, but like, what if the shit leaks down, you know?
What if you have to go to the toilet in the middle of the night and then fall off the stairs?
The ladder. Yeah. Really don't love that.
If you knock down all the goddamn books in here, man.
Imagine stumbling through the books and then they all just fucking fall. That'd be awful. Absolutely not.
Not the best place. Not the best place. Nope.
Anyway, we got Mikado fan service too last time.
We should.
Among other things.
Boy, oh boy. I guess we now can investigate again?
Yeah, I think we're on the investigation portion, and you can pick someone to get closer to as we investigate. That is up to you.
I mean, we did.
It's not going to trigger any of the free time events. It's just going to up the affection points.
I mean, I did choose Nikkei last time.
Yeah.
I guess we can choose Shinji.
Sure.
Hello.
Hands is not vibing.
Nope, he sure isn't. Oh, Sora, you want to investigate together?
Yeah, let's go, Brosif.
Brosif.
Yay, experience. Whee. Yay, we got closer to Shinji. And now it's nighttime. Actually, the only indication that it was nighttime was through the clock in the room, so we weren't honestly that sure. But since everyone was so tired, everyone except Yuki has stopped their investigation and was getting ready for bed. I guess I'll call it a day for now. The only thing I had was a single energy bar, so I should save my energy. Yeah, that's not really
That's not really a nutritious meal. A well-balanced meal. Not really.
No. Ugh, I would get Scooby so fast. Depending on what is in there.
Yeah. Second night in the tower is now over. Thanks to the hot packs that Teria brought and the fireplace, the temperature became somewhat comfortable. The toilet was only temporary, but less embarrassing than I thought it would be. I don't know how y'all are managing that. Goodbye. I would die.
Yeah.
But I still can't see a way out of the break room. How much longer will it take for us to get out of this tower? As the situation is now, everyone was more hopeless, with everyone speaking less and less. Well, obviously, we'd lose our motivation when we've been in prison since yesterday. As a lot of things are happening at once, our group relationship is cracking little by little.
Wee.
Yay, fatigue! It's time for— oh, it's fucking snowing. That's not great.
No, it's not.
A lot of these nerds don't have layers, so that makes it worse. It's freezing. Is it morning already? Bro, I feel bad for my husband. What the fuck? Give him a jacket. Please. Please, he's gonna die in this weather.
Absolutely. Like, I'm surprised he hasn't already.
I mean, he is the fucking ultimate wizard who is a fire wizard, but at the same time his magic doesn't fucking work here. I don't know how he's managing it all. Huh? Though not as cold as yesterday, what greeted me along with the cold air was snowflakes falling from the sky.
Bitch, where are they coming from?
It's the fucking Tower of Babel. Maybe it's open on top. I don't fucking know. Also, you gotta remember, we've been disclosed the information that this is a virtual program, so could just be
Man.
a glitch in the program. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Sora, you up? Come here to the fireplace and warm yourself up.
This is snow. Just how? We're inside a building and it's snowing? I know it's a virtual reality, but we're just gonna throw out all laws of nature? Huh? Well, this virtual world was constructed to be 100% identical to the real one. Things still should behave logically, even if we're in a virtual reality.
Well,
So it's a glitch.
yep.
Thanks, Nikkei.
Then, how do you explain Mikado's magic?
He's an exception. I mean, he's the only one who prepared this place, after all.
But it seems like he doesn't know what's going on this time.
Which should concern you.
Yes.
Because he doesn't lie. And he doesn't even know what the fuck's happening. That should concern you. God. Like, fuck, for 5 seconds, just don't give my husband grief and actually listen to him, and maybe you'll get somewhere. A bunch of idiots, I tell you. You might be playing dumb, but pressing him seems pointless at this point. Sora, babe, darling, no. No. I know your intelligence scale is at like a D, but please listen to me. Please. That aside, what are Yuki and Shinji up to?
Yuki seems completely unfazed. He's investigating the books with a pretty serious face right now. As for Shinji...
Man's just not vibing. He has PTSD with snow, please.
Ah, yeah. Now that you mention it. Oopsie.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not doing well this chapter at all. The cold weather and the snow basically have him in a trigger that's just going the whole time. He's not doing well. Here's something I have to praise for Lanouge's writing here. While Lanouge did not do well with Emma's PTSD, he drastically improved with Shinji's. And I have to give him props for that. Thank you, Lanouge.
Can we? We still have more than enough books, right? So why not build a hut? Not to... yeah. At some distance to the fireplace?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it's because, they're all being pretty skittish about being too close together, which at that point is fucking stupid. It's snowing, guys!
We gotta huddle for warmth.
And then I can hear Yoriko bitching about the fact that that Nikkei's hands are roaming. Anyway.
Then sit next to Shinji. He doesn't have the balls to do anything.
Yeah, he's too afraid to do anything to women. Yeah. Him or Yuki, honestly, are probably the best. Or even Mikado. His hands are restrained. He can't do anything to you. That's your safest bet.
He would be so awkward though. With Shinji, you can sit in his lap and he would not do anything. He would just die.
He would just die. Yeah, I mean, at that point, you're raising both y'all's temperatures because he is dying of embarrassment, and you're just like, ah, yes, my my life size.
Yes.
Crying.
See,
I'm crying over this mental image, please.
It's the perfect way out of here. Or more like the perfect way of surviving the situation.
You know, to be honest, now that I think about it, Shinji is large enough to where all three girls could chill out on his lap, maybe.
Then why not do it?
And then the boys are just like, what the fuck?
They can also huddle for warmth. They have each other.
Oh my god, that's a great mental image. Okay, Iroha, from left to right, Iroha, Sora, Yoriko, all in Shinji's lap, and then over by the pillar, you have Nikkei and Yuki next to each other, while Mikado's just out of reach, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh man.
I'm gonna cry. Okay, we need to move on, or I'm gonna be stuck on this mental image.
He has been silent ever since he woke up.
Shinji. He said he has PTSD about snow. He seems fine inside the tower up until now. Nikkei. Do you understand how PTSD works? You cannot always see visible external signs of it happening. Gonna shake his ass.
Yeah. What should we do? Aren't we in a pretty bad situation? Yuki's beyond control, and if Shinji's like that...
We should keep investigating.
Sora...
Even if we ponder about this, the best we can do is investigate. That is the only way out of here.
Yeah, much better than someone dying.
Oh no.
Oh man, why do you have to say it like that? Big dummy, don't you know what kind of game you're in?
Oh man.
They say that the temperature actually increases a bit when it snows. Crazy, huh?
It does?
Yep, it always feels warmer when it's snow.
Weird! That's cool. Snow falling from inside the building. Shinji being immobilized, and Yuki being cut off from the rest of the group. Even in these dire situations, the best we can do is to try and investigate. But is that really enough? Hey Teria, how are you not dying considering you're by yourself out in that hallway? And you can't leave this tower either.
Big muscles. Big boy,
That's
big
true.
muscles.
Yeah, but
much heat.
Shobai too. How is Shobai dealing with this? He also can't leave the tower.
He probably burns books somewhere.
I'm sure. And like that, meaningless time flies by. Every day was the same event, the same activity. No progress on investigation, endless books of unknown letters. Teria did let us out once a day for our book meeting. No string we got was the reset code for any of us. And just like that, 3 days have passed. I'm glad it speeds it along a little bit, because God.
Sora, what's up? Why did you want to give everyone?
Could you keep it short? It's almost bedtime.
The reason I've gathered you all is because I think we've had enough.
I mean, yeah. I already have enough, and I'm just watching you for, like, not even 2 days.
Rina, arguably, I do think SDRA 2's Chapter 4 situation is worse than Chapter 1's.
Oh, 2, I guess, in a way of watching it is worse.
Yeah.
Because in the first one,
which one would you rather be stuck in, though? Realistically, which one would you rather be stuck in? Because if I am honest, I would still pick 2 because I hate being in like formal attire that much. And also, like, how do I put this? Like, there's no armory, first of all. So, like, you'd have to get pretty creative to kill someone while they're sleeping. And then secondly, I mean, there's fire, I guess.
There is also food.
There's food too. I wouldn't be going about this as stupidly as they are, mind you. I'd be doing it very differently. But like, I would still pick two situation over one, even though it's like
no
hard to
starvation.
watch. Yeah,
It-
no starvation.
It is very hard to watch, though. In the first game, a lot more back and forth was happening, so to say.
Yeah, they were funnier about it, I guess.
More was happening, you could say.
Yeah, it's true. I will say that, like, this section of Chapter 4 is slow. The portion of Chapter 4 I like has already happened.
Ah, yeah, the Mikado fan service.
I wasn't referring to that, but okay. I love when he gives Nikkei shit. It's funny. That's my favorite portion of Chapter 4. Everyone, do you know how many days have passed since we've been stuck here? 4? No, 5? And you all are just fine with that? Being stuck here forever?
Poor Shinji.
But it's not like we have any other outs, and living like this doesn't actually seem that bad.
Iroha, what?
I guess it's better than being forced to kill, but
okay, I can kind of defend her a bit here because, like, it went into it a little bit when we did her free time events, but, like, more of Iroha's lore, she comes from a super fucking abusive family. Like, super rich, but super abusive family.
yeah, and she probably also doesn't want to have the opportunity to kill.
That too. She's like, whatever, at least I get to live a little longer. She's super selfish about it. I gotta respect a gal that, like, literally is just like, I only care about myself. Like, yeah, go off, queen. Sure. Even if you're fucking hilarious while you're doing it.
Our selfish little doggy. Stupid, selfish little dog.
Sora, I want to escape this place as much as you do, but...
Then let's do it. Let's escape. Well, we would have, if we had any way to do so. I already told you how on the first day. Option 1, investigate this place until we find something that can help us escape. 2, Teria gets in contact with the outside world and we escape together. 3, we fight Teria with the risk of someone getting injured. I see no hope in pursuing options 1 or 2 anymore.
Fair.
So we must fight Teria. That's our only option left.
Yep.
Sora, while I respect the gusto, why are you talking about this so close to the fucking door? Like, I love you, girly, I do, but you are way too close to the door where Teria comes in and out. What if him or Shobai hears something?
I mean, Shobai would be interesting, but...
Shobai would... arguably... Okay. Shobai would be a wild card here, because at the moment, he is getting money out of the fact that they are stuck in there.
Yeah.
So, he might not be as much of a help as we think he is. We would have to offer up something pretty good for him to be like, alright, fine. Teria, however, would be able to anticipate an ambush, and with Kinjo's training that he has, he could take on all of them very easily. If I'm honest. So her talking about it this close to the door is such a dumb thing. Why is she doing this? Plus, it's not gonna kill you if Mikado hears. What is he gonna do? He's restrained. And he doesn't want to be in this situation any more than you do. He wants his clothes back.
I kinda doubt that in this place, via game logic, that anyone would be able to hear something outside.
Alright.
I mean, that's often how it is. How often in this game people have discussed things where someone would have been able to overhear something.
Alright. We've caught Sora eavesdropping before.
She has
Mikado
protagonist powers.
True. Mikado interrupted Nikkei's monologue to the rest of the group and was watching them from cameras.
That's a given.
Yeah, he is the mastermind, but it still happens.
Guess we'll see.
Yeah.
What?
Sora, wait. I know that's the only way, I know that, but... he's got a gun. Someone's definitely gonna get shot. Worst case scenario, someone might die.
Okay, but then Teria would be the blackened, so what's the biggest deal here? If you guys are desperate enough to get out, it wouldn't be that bad. Why did my phone go off? I thought I muted you, you bastard. Goodbye. Shut the fuck up.
Meep.
Agreed. Staying here doesn't threaten our lives, does it? We should wait it out for a bit more. Everyone, recall Mikado's words a few days ago. Albino girl say what? Yeah, see, he can even hear us all the way at the door. It doesn't matter. Why are we all the way over here? Doesn't fucking matter. He can hear us all the way over here and his magic doesn't work. So she's obviously talking loud enough to where if he can hear her over there, someone can hear them through the door. Girly pop, what are you doing? Mikado said that we had stopped trying to think. As much as I hate quoting Mikado, of all people, he's got a point. We must take great risks if we want greater results. When did we become this afraid of taking risks? I mean, you've lost more people, so I think people aren't as ballsy about shit anymore.
True, but also I would cooperate. This would be too much of a situation. I would be way too
I would
annoyed.
also cooperate. I'm not saying I wouldn't, but like, I understand why they're not taking risks because so many people have fucking died. And so they're like, what's the point? Please, everyone, lend me your strength, or else we will never be able to escape this place.
Finally, someone who's making sense.
I agree with Yuki. Yuki?
I'm all for Sora's idea. I was gonna do it alone, since you all seemed hopeless. Seems like the only sane person here is Sora, eh?
That's not a surprise.
You think we haven't thought about it? It's just that it's too dangerous. Dangerous? How? You're afraid you're gonna die here? Big deal. We're only gonna be dead in the virtual world anyway. That's an optimistic way of saying it, but you're not entirely wrong either.
And here's the thing, we don't know if Nikki was spewing shit about that either.
Well, that would be on Nikkei's head then.
It would be on Nikkei's head, but also, like, I would like Yuki to put a little bit more critical thought into the shit that an ex-Void is telling the group. Just a little bit. Especially with how evident it is that Nikkei fucking despises Mikado, and will likely go to any lengths to foil whatever Mikado's up to.
Honestly,
including putting our heads on a platter.
This is a good situation to test how truthful Nikkei has been about that.
Very true. Absolutely is. What did I just fucking say? What did I just fucking say? What did I just fucking say?
Well, didn't think it would turn out like that, eh?
Yeah, Nikkei? Yeah, Nikkei? Yeah? You got something to say? You got something to share with the fucking class? You sus lord?
I guess dying here might bring some unexpected consequences to our body in the real world. But if I was given the choice to fight to the death or give up thinking and live a meaningless life, I would gladly take a bullet or two.
See, yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, Yuki, no one's gonna die. We're gonna escape this place unscathed. That's how we're going to plan things out.
Of course, that would be for the best. I was just supposing the worst outcome.
As you always do, because you're a pessimist. Please, everyone, lend me your strength. all on board as well. And while you're on that plan, could you free me once you escape from here? Sweetie, I love you, but you have not earned any brownie points with these idiots. I'm sorry. There is no way.
Maybe start contributing more.
Okay, here's the thing. He does try. People don't let him, though, Rina. Like, people usually shut him down when he does try to contribute. Now, there is also the point that he is the mastermind and he's not completely sidelining his initial plans. Fine, I'll give you that. He could backpedal. However, there is a plot reason why he won't. I just understand him a bit better. You're not there yet.
Ay. I beg of you. I know I've been a jerk to everyone these last few days. But as Sora said, we need everybody on this. And that's how we're gonna get out of here. Stand down, Yuki. Bro?
This will be interesting.
That's not courage. That's recklessness. Even police go through extensive training to handle people with guns. Sure, we will be able to stop Terria if the 6 of us attack him together. But someone will die. We don't even have first aid kits here to treat someone if they get injured. What's wrong with you, bro? You've been acting weird lately. Why are you just giving up like that? I told you, we have to stay put right now. Yeah, it's Shinji's not in the best condition for anything right now.
Yeah, Shinji would not be able to help even if he wanted to. Like, at the moment, he is completely impaired. He would not be able to, he's got a debuff on, my guy.
Yeah.
He's in full debuff at the moment. Mans has, Mans can't do shit. Unless you want someone impaired while they're trying to execute this and a chance to fuck it up. No. Mind you, it's not his fault. God.
Yeah. Until when? It's already been a few days. We've investigated this place thoroughly. And what did we get? No evidence, no clues of escape, nothing. You're usually the one to rally everyone. You're a leader. You've always... Shut up! What do you know? Do you know how it feels to have someone killed because of your recklessness?
Good point.
You can always try to argue to yourself, yeah, it's fine if I take a bullet or two, but are you ready for someone else to take a bullet for you?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, Yuki might be desensitized to it since Sora's already jumped in the way of a knife for him.
Yeah, that did happen.
So fucking tired of Yuki. Goodbye. Shinji, is it because of the snow? Don't give in to your inner fears, Shinji. We need your strength, sweetie. Sweetie. He can't control this. Saying this is not helpful.
I mean, if we're lucky, he's gonna come out of this a bit desensitized. Triggers do get weaker if you're... the longer and the more you get exposed to it. But it can
That's
also
called exposure therapy for a reason.
Yes.
And I would know that shit works. I've done that with a lot of mine and gotten rid of them because of that.
I also gotta do at least on a smaller scale, something like that. When you suddenly don't want to enter a certain building anymore because of the bad memories, then you know you gotta enter it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it yourselves. I'm sorry, but I'm not in.
That's a fair enough reaction, honestly.
Yeah. Bro.
Yuki, leave him be. I was naive to think that everyone would just agree to this. It is an extremely risky plan, after all. It would be best to have everyone on this, but I won't force anyone. If anyone wants to not participate, tell me right now.
Then I'm out too.
In
Of
all
course.
fairness, she'd be pretty useless.
Yeah. All she would be useful for is bait.
Yeah, really.
A distraction or whatever.
Yeah. Iroha.
I don't understand why we have to take that risk. It's not like we're gonna die in here.
You don't know that.
I mean, there are some things that I feel are pretty uncomfortable, like the bathroom issue. But we can adapt and live here peacefully. I don't want pain, and I don't want to die.
If you let me go, then I will gladly sacrifice myself to be your personal meat shield. The husband ever. Y'all are missing out with him, I promise.
Sadly, no one will believe him.
He's being honest, though. That's the worst part. Of course, none of them believe him right now. And I'm like, you don't understand. Yoriko, Nikkei, how about you? She completely blew off his offer, too. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm honestly not sure if this is the right choice. Arya did say that if one of us rebelled, that all the others would also die, as they are partly responsible.
Collective punishment, yay.
I hate that shit, it's so annoying.
Yes.
He did? Then how about we all just pretend like none of this ever happened? No. I'm gonna fight.
Yes, Sora's yes, man. I am not surprised that you would be on board. Yoriko?
Sora's right. We can't do anything without taking risks. If we yearn for hope, we should achieve it with our own hands.
Ah, fuck it, I'm in. Notice how he changed his mind after Yoriko was on board with it? Interesting. Very interesting, Nikkei.
I mean, it is easier to say yes to something when someone else has already said yes.
That's true. But also, she's like the only one who really puts him in his place most of the time, if I'm honest. They're funny.
Nikkei.
When you think about it, this is partly my fault. I'm the one who said that we should investigate this place, and that sort of led to us being trapped here. Now that I'm not a void, and on your side, I should follow through and fulfill my responsibility. Besides, Mikado wouldn't be able to do anything to me right now. Is that the main reason you're not unchaining him, is because you think he'll do something to you, Nikkei? Is that it? Is, like, that the only reason? Because, like, what is he going to do? Realistically, let me just lay something out real quick. Physicality-wise, I'm gonna talk about their charts. Nikkei's weak as shit, by the way. But, like, physicality-wise, like, if you're just doing hand-to-hand combat with Mikado, Sora could, like, put him on his back, because his strength is actually no better than an average high schooler. There's a little fun fact for you. The only thing that really like is saving his ass most of the time is actually his magic and his ability to teleport. You could have Shinji, you could have Teria, you could have Shobai, you could have Sora. Literally knock him on his ass and he can do nothing.
So I guess strangling him in his sleep would be difficult for him to do.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to do anything unless he woke up mid and, like, used magic, but yeah, that's about it. That's about like, he's... All you have to know is know that weakness. That's it. He's... Like, bye, you're fucked. Love him. He's a little useless sometimes.
No, that has nothing to do with Shinji and me. I don't wanna fight. I don't wanna die. Right, Shinji?
Please, just leave me alone for a while.
He's having none of it.
Well...
Relax, Iroha. We'll all be fine. You can stay put if you're scared.
I mean, yeah, she can just hide in the toilet or something.
Literally, she can hide behind one of the pillars. What? She's petite enough where she can hide behind one of those pillars. Fuck, if you're like really worried about it, Iroha, go hide behind the pillar Mikado's chained to, because then that's an extra layer. You got a bit of meat. You got a pillar. He's chained there. He cannot move. So legitimately, who's Teria gonna hit first out of the two of you? Like, really, think about that, because Teria hates Mikado a lot. He'll take a look at you, then take a look at Mikado, and he'll shoot Mikado first.
Yeah.
It's too bad she's too dumb to realize that.
I mean, she could also, if she's really small enough to be able to completely hide behind a pillar, then she could just choose one of the ones close to the entrance.
And then rush out while Teria's busy. I mean, maybe. It's a bit harder to hit a shorter moving target if I'm fair. She is like one of the shortest on cast.
Better than hiding under a table.
True. We're gonna get everyone out safe and sound.
So
That includes Mikado, right?
No.
Hate it here. Everyone bullies him. That's my job. Only I can bully him.
Well. So, 4 of us. Got any plans?
No, I was gonna think of one once we agreed to actually do this.
Then hear me out on my idea. I've been thinking about it these past few days.
Uh-huh. You've really been thinking about escape non-stop?
I was the one who said that we should fight Teria from the start, remember?
True. Although I failed to gather everyone's strength, I was able to group a small team who shared a common goal. Yuki's plan was like this. Since Teria had to open the door himself and enter the room, we will hide beside the doors and attack together with heavy books once the door opens. Really? That's your plan?
I don't
Book versus
know.
gun. I mean, if we go back to Witch's Heart, at least book works against knife. I don't know about gun. I'm sorry, that fight scene was great. Sirius throwing books. Please, that was beautiful.
It certainly is iconic, yes.
It's fucking glorious. Anyway.
I mean, I do have books which are heavy and, well, hard enough to actually kill a person, but...
Oh no, yeah, you could absolutely knock someone out, or you could absolutely do a fatality blow with books. That's not the part that I'm just like, what the fuck about? The part I'm like that about is like, as you were mentioning last time, he's armed. And there's certain things you should and shouldn't do when dealing with that type of situation. Realistically, would this work?
Can you shoot through a very thick, hard book?
I mean, it depends on your range, and it depends on the firepower behind that bullet. If I'm honest. Because, like, I don't know if you've ever watched those videos where, like, they test what a gun can shoot through at whatever distance. But if they're point blank, that book's not going to do much of anything. And it also, okay, revolver. We're thinking revolver, right?
I
yeah,
mean,
that's
probably.
still enough. Yeah, he's carrying a revolver. I'm remembering the CG. Like, you will still be shot. Thick book or not, you will still be shot. You might not have an exit wound. Maybe. Any gun buffs can correct me in the comments. I am not a gun buff. I just know very little. But, like, at best, you might not have an exit wound at that distance if you're shooting through a book or two. At best, with a revolver. Someone will still die. That's my point.
But I guess it all depends on the moment of surprise.
Yeah, you'd have to completely rely on the element of surprise and also hope that Teria is not quick enough on the draw to kick your ass.
I will probably
And
try
from
a trap.
And from
Forever,
someone who's been training with the ultimate police officer for however many years it has been between the two games. God, how many? I think it was like 5 or 6. Like, for training that long afterwards under him, I don't know about that. If I'm honest, nuh-uh. There's no way.
I mean, you know what would be a kind of funny way of doing this? If they kind of did a wall of books directly in front of the door. And then Terrier's just coming in like, why? What the fuck? And then do something with that. Because he cannot see where someone is coming from then through this wall of books, and you can also topple him with them.
Yeah.
It would be funny at least. Probably
It would be
better
funny.
than just try to put books in your hands and try to
Let
hit him
me
with
hide
it.
around the corner with a book and see how that. At least build a book tower first.
Yeah. A wall of books.
You'd have a few hours to do it, and a few set of hands to get that done. So like, it might take
Especially
you.
overnight.
Yeah, it might take you like 2 hours, if even.
And it would be funny.
Yeah.
Okay. But it was a surprise attack. We might just be able to take hold of Terria's gun. Ah, so your aim is to disarm him. No.
Without Shinji,
No, see, this is what I meant, Rina. No, this is not. They're no. This is not happening.
We have 4 weak high schoolers here, presumed high schoolers. I do not think so.
Yeah, I mean, like, even if they're on the younger side of like adulthood, like anywhere between like 20 to 23, that's still they're teeny.
Yeah, Teria is like a tree.
Yeah,
Try
Terrier's a
to-
tree. He's
yeah.
fucking 195, bitch. Why the fuck's he so tall? The main problem is just how strong Terrier will be. But even a grown man wouldn't be able to win against 4 people that easily. I don't know about that. With training, he'd be fine.
Yeah. Especially if you don't time your attack right.
Yeah. This is gonna be a mess. The operation day was tomorrow morning, when he brings us the calorie bars. I should sleep early to preserve my strength. So y'all are gonna do this on an empty stomach, too. That's the other thing. They're barely getting sustenance. God.
Yeah.
Whole ass mess. This is a whole ass mess. No one knows if we made the right decision. I, for one, don't regret what I said.
Hmm.
Good mercy.
If only we had someone with like super good aim.
Yeah. Too bad Kanata is dead.
Yeah, I was also just thinking, man, if Kanata was here now, this wouldn't be a problem at all.
She would be like the only option out of the cast to like do that. But she's dead. Girl's dead. Or Hajime, but Hajime died early. So like, I could see, the other thing is, if Hajime survived this long, I could see him going along with this plan too. I could see Hajime going along with this. Kanade would probably point out all the flaws and be like, no, we should do it like this instead.
Honestly,
Because
Kanata could try to assassinate him with a book from afar.
Yeah, she would. That's a funny mental image.
It is, yeah. Play it, yeah. Just pew, with a book.
Fucking hilarious. Anyway.
Hmm.
If we don't take risks, then there's no way out of this situation. The others must have realized that. Like it or not, time did not wait for us. And the day of the decisive battle was about to dawn. Team restored by 1! Wow!
It shall not help us.
It's not gonna do shit.
Everyone, are you ready? Iroha and Shinji, you two might want to get out of line of fire.
I don't know why they're over here. They said they're not going to participate. Why are they this close to the door?
Just go behind the pillars.
What a bunch of dummies. Anyway.
If we fall, at least you can try to escape.
Maybe that might be why they're close to the door. They're just like, run for it. You know? It's not the best position where they're standing, but whatever.
This day was bound to come sooner or later. Let's do this. Someone might get hurt from this. Someone could even die.
Perhaps we really did make the wrong choice.
Sora?
So, if anyone's scared, it's still not too late for you to...
Wait, Sora, I think I should be the one to say that.
You're not the pro-tag, dummy.
I thought none of you had the will to escape this place. So I was cursing all of you behind your backs. And I should be more than thankful that you even decided to listen to my plan.
Hey, don't get too ahead of yourselves, you two.
Uh-huh.
We've come this far. We're already motivated and ready to go because of you. If things go south, we'll worry about it when it happens. I'm sure it'll all work out somehow. I should be the one apologizing.
Yeah, you probably should.
He's a raving dick most of the time, I'm not surprised. Trying the void and promising you guys new hope and yet achieving nothing.
What? Are we now taking turns about who can apologize the most?
You're on that list too, are you gonna get on it?
It's almost time, so we should focus already.
You're right, Yoriko. Thank you, everyone.
Oh boy.
I wasn't sure if my decision was the right one to make or not, but at least I won't regret it.
Are the Monokuma statues glued on the stand?
I think so. Like, I think they're, you know, chiseled in. No?
I would still try to break them.
You'd have to get Shinji to shoulder check one of those bitches. And they might be made, they're made out of gold too, Rina. They're not that durable.
You could still hit someone with it.
True. The gold's heavy though. Do you know how heavy gold is, Rina? Like when it's that much of it, it's heavy. The only person who could probably lift one of those bitches is Shinji.
Yeah.
And even then, he'd have to exert some serious effort to do so.
You know what? Nah. That would be an interesting scenario, but that probably wouldn't solve anything. If, like, one of those golden pillars was just put in front of the door and everyone was just like, fuck you, Terrier, we decided to die together because of you. And see what happens.
Oh my god.
If he destroys the door, then, well, everyone is free to go.
True.
I mean, it would be one interesting scenario to do.
But also, like, I think it would set him off too, because, like, one of the things that Kinjo did was offer, like, yeah, everyone should die together and I'll die last.
Yep.
It would be a direct mirror of, like, that statement.
Or
sorta.
Something that you could also do is fake sickness.
True. All that's left is believing in others, in the fight that will ensue. Our opponent is Teria, equipped with a gun. And if we take this seriously, he will also try to seriously kill us. So no mistakes are allowed. We only get one chance when he first enters the room. And so we hold our breath and await for that fateful moment.
No, we're doomed. We're all gonna die.
Can you put your existential crisis somewhere where Teria can't see you immediately?
She's too stupid for that, Rina.
You could at least fake sickness. Just lie unconscious on the floor or something.
Rina, you're giving her way too much credit. She is too dumb. She is too dumb. Hurrah, everyone! May we finally get rid of that beast Teria and set my poor soul free. Sweetie, this is not the time. The other two were silently holding their breaths in the corner of the room. Why are the dogs barking? Please, 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 shut up. They aren't going to join our fight. We have to protect their lives as well. Our failure would result in everyone taking responsibility, and that responsibility meant death. As we all acknowledge that fact once more, we silently bide our time. Until...
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, he's already in a crappy mood.
He was ready for it, Rina.
Uh-huh.
What? Yuki!
What? What just?
Yoriko, watch out!
Whoopsie.
Hey, Sora!
I was kicked in the gut by Teria. Excruciating amounts of pain flowed through my body. I had to thank the fact that I ate nothing but calorie bars for the last few days. Yeah, that would have been... bleh. Anyway. His power was almost enough to make me faint on the spot. What was it? What just happened? Why did Teria attack us immediately after entering the room? Because you guys talked about it too fucking close to the door, like I said.
I see, so this time this logic also actually applies, that people can hear through doors.
I mean, we're talking Laneige here. He actually has brain cells when it comes to his writing. How did he know we were hiding beside the door? You guys weren't quiet about it. When it comes to ambushing, if you gain knowledge of it beforehand and use it against the attackers, the result is much more devastating than what was intended for the target. Man, the number of times your teaching has saved me, Kenjo.
How? How?
How, you ask? How did I know about the ambush? And how did I know it was going to happen in this very way? Is that what you want to ask?
Let go, Sora! Oh.
Seems like you're underestimating me. And to think, I went to such lengths to warn you. Now, where do you think the person who imprisoned you? Where do you think I was sleeping this whole time?
I mean, it makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean? I specifically recall saying that I will be on watch. Don't tell me. You really didn't think that I was wandering around, minding my own business? While you were stuck here, did you?
What?
I was always there on the opposite side of the door, watching you. The meeting you guys had yesterday? Well, not just yesterday. I've been watching you this whole time. You've been trapped here.
Yeah. Should have whispered.
Yeah. None of you were quiet about it. There's no way I could have not known. I knew the fact that today was going to be the big day. I knew that the two of them didn't approve of the plan.
You were watching us the whole time? I thought you said you would look for ways to contact the outside world. That rescue would come soon.
Iroha, oh my god. There is no way to contact them.
What do you mean?
I'd given up on that a long time ago. All that's left for us is to wait for the Foundation itself to come rescue us. Then why would you trap us? So that no one would die until the Foundation comes to the rescue. This is literally the only way. Kenjo would have done this. You can't have the same thing that happened to me that time happen to you as well. I can't let anyone sacrifice themselves.
Teria.
Jesus Christ.
This is the only way. No one will die. I will protect everyone.
Have you seen yourself in the mirror lately?
He's traumatized, Rina. Let it go.
Yes, but
He's really traumatized. You gotta let it go. This is how it should be, right? Right, Kinjo?
what the fuck, Kinjo?
Teria cried out in agony. What made him act like this? His supervisor kinda, you know? What drove him into such insanity? All that was clear was that no words would ever convince Teria right now. And we have lost it against him. I told you that rebellion means death. I guess this is what happens if you try to rule with violence. If sacrifice is what you wish to see, then sacrifice is what you'll get. You'll all die here.
It's still very stupid.
I mean, Teria doesn't have the most brain cells, if we're honest here. But yeah.
No, I don't want to die.
Yuki, in the end, what were you to me? I wonder.
Stop! Stop! Ooh!
Hi, Shinji.
Shinji coming in clutch.
When Teria was about to shoot Yuki at that exact moment, Shinji leapt out at Teria with a war cry. Shinji! I thought you said you weren't in on this!
I can't let someone precious to me die again. I won't fail to save them this time.
Yeah.
The gun! Nice catch, Yuki. Now hold it tight.
Shinji started strangling Teria with his arms.
Now don't overdo it just until he passes out.
Wait, Shinji! Don't kill him!
I know! I'm just putting him out of conscious. Gun. There's a gun in my hand.
Yuki?
Baby, put it down.
Maybe put it down?
If you can't handle having it in your hand, out of safe distance.
Maybe put it down. Maybe kick it away. Well, after you turn the safety back on, kick it to the side. Out of reach. Far out of reach. Maybe.
I mean, the fireplace is on. Maybe you can melt it.
You'd have to make sure the bullets are out first. Because having 6 rounds of gunfire of like gunpowder go off in the fireplace with the gun itself, that's no better than like 6 little bombs.
Yeah, then just melt the gun. No one wants to touch it then, even if it doesn't melt.
It's honestly better to just kick it aside and get rid of the bullets.
Yuki, no. Know that I have this. Yuki, no.
After grabbing the gun that slipped out of Teria's hands, Yuki muttered something under his breath.
Dude, you have no idea what you're doing. You're gonna hit Shinji.
Yeah. And pointed the gun at Teria.
What? Yuki, wait! I can kill him. I can take revenge for what he did to us all this time. Murder is not appropriate revenge, Yuki. Tie him up and feed him for 5 days, then you're even. Now it's finally my chance to kill him. Do you want to have a class trial, Yuki?
I will say this much. All of them are kind of unhinged right now because they've been living on singular calorie bars for the past, 4 days. None of them have eaten well. All they've really been doing is sleeping. None of them are in their right mind, if I'm gonna be fair.
Sora, save the situation.
Or help. Or babes, wife, honey, help. No! Disarm him, yeah, babes!
Yes.
His ass.
Nice one, Sarah.
Phew, finally he's out.
I was just barely able to stop Yuki as I snatched the gun from him. And at that same time, Teria let out a cry and lost his consciousness. And the situation was over just like that.
Phew, finally.
Yay, now we can leave the fucking break room.
He's not dead, is he?
I mean, that would set off the body discovery announcement since so many people are around him right now.
He's not dead. I went easy on him. He's just unconscious, that's all.
Yuki, sorry for hitting you. Are you alright?
Yeah, I should be the one apologizing. Just what was I up to? You're not hurt. If you're not hurt, then let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, we're all safe and sound. It's our victory.
I mean, our victory, it's more like Shinji's victory.
To be honest, yeah, Shinji did all the heavy lifting here.
Hmm.
And well, Sora. Sora made sure that the nothing was fucking lethal. Thank God for my woman.
I wouldn't say that we're completely fine, seeing that some of us are a bit injured, but considering nobody's dead, this is really the best result we could have had.
We can all thank Shinji for that. Teria had seen through our plans. We would have all died if it wasn't for Shinji.
Not at all. I wasn't anything of the sort. We were lucky that Teria had been convinced that I was not gonna attack him from the conversation that we had yesterday. And to be honest, I can't move my body that well even now. Ever since it was snowing inside. And yet you took action. You saved my life.
He was working completely off adrenaline, Yuki. That was a one-time thing.
Yuki. All I ever did was say bad stuff to you. And yet you always there to help me out. Dude, that doesn't matter. Don't you dare cry, Yuki. What did I tell you about acting like a man? Don't push toxic masculinity on him.
Yeah, that's probably my one fault with Shinji, is that he kind of defaults to toxic masculinity, but I have to give the game props for being as old as it is, so that message wasn't quite ironed out of society just yet.
Yeah. Bro.
So, we really did win.
Yeah, we're finally free from this life.
Well, you're still locked in the tower, but you have a bit more space now.
Yeah. We all shouted out in celebration. This was the first victory that we earned in this whole school trip. Although, we didn't expect that victory to be against Teria instead of the Void, but we won nevertheless. To say that we were proud of ourselves was an understatement.
Well, Iroha.
So, when are you going to free me? To be fair, they should free him just so that he doesn't freeze to death and it doesn't count as murder.
Yeah.
Some time had passed after that.
They just need to substitute him with Teria.
All they need to do, really, all they need to do is briefly untie him long enough for him to put his clothes on. Then you can tie him back up. That's fine. You can wrap his hands up again. It's fine. Just let him put some fucking clothes on at least.
Then someone still needs to feed him.
That's true. Well, tie his hands around the front, then he can feed himself. You can get a calorie bar open with your hands bound in the front. As long as they're not behind you, then it's fine. Teria was considered a threat, just like Shobai and Mikado, and thus was tied down. But it wasn't like we were gonna completely oppose Teria. We decided to have a conversation with everyone, including Teria, in another room. Self-organized meeting was something we didn't have in a long while, barring the daily book routine. I will say the scene is kind of long. But the scenes coming are kind of long. Do you want to maybe?
Yeah. Then we shall end this part here.
Yeah.
And we shall see how this peaceful meeting with Teria is gonna unfold. Hopefully he calms down.
Yeah, let's hope so.
So yeah, until then, bye-bye.
Bye.